languishing for affection, or thinking of, it was a memory.
Absolutely.
So modern, as Babaji said, psychology cannot answer all questions just because they study Freud and Jung, None of them have really known where memory is. It's all wonderful to talk of neurons and synapses and blah blah. Because the theory of this also says that any impulse you receive has to travel through many synapses. And they block. Each one requires a potential for this to get crash. If this door is just closed, the dog may not be able to push it open. But somebody will do it. If it is stronger, somebody like Sanjay will come and push it. So this reaction and this is saving us. Now this also means that many impulses which we need can be blocked out. This is what happens when you are familiar. For instance, suppose you are exposed to smoke every day and one day your hotel room is on fire. You won't wake up because you are used to that smoke. Danger. Yeah. So, when this memory is awakened, it says, yes, it is not the same. Smoke and smoke are not the same. Cigar smoke, cigarette smoke, pipe smoke, hookah smoke are not the same. I recognize my master's presence very often because I smell the hookah where there is no hookah for kilometers around me. Am I really smelling a hookah? Or is his presence invoking in me something I was familiar with when he was there? Like men remember their mothers. Some say, oh, she used to make the best minestrone soup I ever tasted. Another says, when she saw me suffering with my headache, the look in her eyes, I have never forgotten. So there again you associate with events linking your, togetherness. There is no such thing as pure mother. But when you come to spirituality, there is the love of the pure love of the pure mother, the essence of motherhood. It is not associated with the soup, or with the headache, or with how she called you when you were going in the rain. You follow? So that is spiritual.
About rain, they say some people walk in the rain, some people just get wet.
Yes, I love to walk in the rain.
Me too.
I used to, and my wife used to chide me when I came back. She said, you're worse than a child. I said, yes, I love to be in the rain. Then after my son became 12, 13, 14, he used to look a little like this. And then when he became 18, he became critical. Papa, don't be childish. That is c'est la vie, as the French say, c'est la vie.
In Whispers, Babaji Maharaj, he explains about that the God, divinity, is according to our capacity to absorb.
It is first according to our need. As I was explaining yesterday, the God of Islam is par excellence Rahman. One who is not hungry doesn't need a God of wealth and food. One who is not a fool does not want a God who is all wise and will give you wisdom. And in all religions you find At the lowest level, you have, for instance, worship of trees, of this, that, nature worship. You are afraid of lightning, so you have a god of lightning. Because they didn't know scientifically that lightning and thunder are the same. They had a god of thunder, they had a god of lightning, they had a god of rain. Indra, Varuna, in the Hindu original pantheon of Vedic gods. Then they managed to put things together, you see. As wisdom grew, not science. Because this transition from the many to the one was achieved thousands of years.
Yes. The ultimate.
And that comes to the ultimate, which is, and you cannot say what. It is.
9 names.
Because it is you who are cruel to yourself, you who have to be merciful to yourself, you who have to forgive yourself. If you can't do this, nobody can do it. Therefore, he is here. I am the God who judges. I am the God who gives punishment. I am the God who accepts the punishment that I have given myself.
So heaven and hell is within him.
Everything is with him. Whoever denied that.
I love the line from Babaji when he says, God only has power over you. Should you want to, it's in my message.
Yes.
Direct your life your own way. The moment you surrender yourself to Him and say, sorry, you brought me here, your responsibility,
Yes.
I want to have fun, it's over. So here, I'm saying, then who's this God that I have to surrender to? Again, to myself or to a higher power?
You see, psychologists,
You know, I have...
they say the same thing, you have to forgive yourself.
But that's one of the hardest
But
things.
the hardest thing is because you see yourself as what you are instead of as what you have to become. You see, if I surrender to my higher self, which is nothing but what I aspire to be, the perfect human being, and say, you, I want to be, forgive me. So I forgive myself. You follow?
But then again, Babaji, in Whispers, I don't remember, he said that the future man, his way of understanding and communicating with God will be so vastly advanced compared to the ultimate that we believe in now.
Jafar, we are all future men. If I am stuck now as a Bahrainian named Jafar Hassan al-Sultan, I am the man of the present from the past. If I think of myself as nothing, all possibilities open to me, I am on the way to the future man. If I have a goal towards which I am working, that is the future man. If I am able to put myself in that situation, I will surely understand what I could not understand as Jafar Hassan al-Sultan, now in this very moment, in which very strangely I can understand if I remove this self. Understand? Very easy, no? But we are not able to do it. Because, what is the problem?
Ego.
Ego. I want to be myself.
So even the
Because your own Occidental and all these philosophies, they say it is annihilation if I lose myself. All Westerners are afraid of death because they say annihilation, self-annihilation. You know, the Germans have a very beautiful word for suicide, self-murder. Is it not a crime, self-murder? If murder of the other is a crime, self-murder is worse.
yes.
So you see, the ego says, hold on. Suppose you lose your identity in this experiment and you don't know who you are, where you are, what you are. You can say, Ko Vadis Domini, that is for God. But Ko Vadis who? Ko Vadis, Ko Vadis, Ko Vadis, Ko Vadis, I don't know who I am. And you run screaming like a madman. See? You are and you are not because you have no identity. This is what people are afraid of. Therefore, when we go into meditation and we go a little deeper, we come out gasping
Yes.
because we are afraid. Nothing wonderful about it. The wonderful thing is that knowing all this, we still cling to our identities, and say, yes, but Chariji, we have to live in this world. And that is the problem.
Spirituality is harder these days, or it's always been hard? Because the reason I'm asking
I
this
will
is...
say it was never hard.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, that's...
Not then, not now, it will not be in the future.
Okay. I would say then these stumbling blocks have increased due to the course of time because of the materialism in the world.
It has.
That's my point.
You see, the more we transfer our independence
Yes.
from within to without, we have lost our mathematical abilities with the invention of the calculator, computer. Today I am sure very few can recite the multiplication tables here. No. So we are giving away our powers, investing them in objects outside ourselves. Man creates a robot which can answer a bell, or civilian becomes, in your favorite language, you program in a voice you love. Would you mind getting me my whiskey and little brandy if you don't mind? Yes. And he comes. Puts it on the table. William, after this I would like to have dinner a little earlier than usual. What is little earlier? Shall we say 15 minutes? Yes. No, all this was within us.
There's no love in this.
There's no love, and we are dependent, more and more dependent. Robot failure, I don't know where the whiskey is, or the water. So civilization, scientific and technological progress have taken us not only away from ourselves, but deprived us of powers which nature gave us. And today it's a matter for the newspaper if a man with an abacus is able to calculate faster than a computer. Isn't it?
Some of us are at the perhaps early stages of our lives, less experienced to a great extent, live in a fast-paced society, as you said. I once asked you that I have two wings, one is the material, one is the spiritual. Sometimes I think my material wing is heavier, and are there more feathers in it? You said no, it's because you give the other one more weight. The winds are challenging, I have to admit. So what would be the remedy of not letting go of our aspirations, of our hopes, for building? Because one of the things that I've come to learn about you is that you were a successful businessman, and Babaji pushed you back many times to finish your duties towards your family.
I had to.
And your work, and then embark on this journey.
No, the journey was going on.
Yeah, but to take the, how do you say, mission in your hand. So
the problem was the other way around. I was too much with the mission and my work. My father used to tell me every day, you are going to lose your job, you will beg on the streets. Every day.
So
I said, if it is my destiny, I'll beg. Greater people have begged. Saints have begged. Buddha has begged. What's wonderful about my begging? And my father said, you damn fool, you should have been born a lawyer.
but there's a G factor. You know what is the G factor?
No, I don't.
The G force is the one that when you're in an airplane and
Yeah, I know.
the G factor is the grace factor, and it's not the same in all of us.
No, I tell you one thing, this is where we make a mistake.
I don't know, I think
You see,
your grace has
like,
been...
let us say magnetism. It's a universal law. Depending on the molecular configuration of whatever it is, it acts more or less on that. A magnet will work on a ferrous thing, not on a non-ferrous thing. It is not the fault of the magnet. Now, people are in philosophy, they praise the touchstone, that which makes everything into gold. That is superior.
Okay.
Yes, because it can make anything into gold. Babuji said, don't stop there. That is the most, divine, which can make another object into a touchstone, not just gold. What's the use of tons of gold? Make it another touchstone. So Babuji said, a master must be able to make up a disciple, someone like himself. Therefore he wrote that, today I have become you and you have become like me. And none can say that there is any difference between us.
Master, when you were talking about depending on outside instead of inside ourselves, well, in spirituality, when we have a master, we're trying to get more closer and to let him, guide our lives. So we are trying to depend more and more on him. So how does this work in spirituality? Because you were saying
Babuji was not very happy with being inside.
sorry,
Because he said, even if I am inside my master, still, the difference between him and me, the distance between him and me is so much, it's unbearable. What is the solution? To be him.
But you have a daily reflections. There was a quote that at the end of the day, the goal for all of you is to become your own master. But don't make a mistake, this doesn't mean becoming a master.
Yes.
So,
I don't become a master. I can go to a swimming pool and yet I am separate from the water. This story of what's that? The little mermaid.
put it in Google.
The little mermaid, where she sacrifices her voice to become human. But it was the voice that the prince loved on the ship. And when she comes and she cannot speak, he marries the other girl. Oh, she is miserable. She goes back to the witch. The witch says, take this sword or the dagger, plunge it into the heart of your lover, and let the blood flow over your feet. You will become a mermaid again. And she says, what if I can't do it? She says, you will dissolve into the wind and live for 300 years as part of the wind and blow through the airs of the world until you regain your own form again. He says, I could have that. That is love. I cannot kill my beloved to become what I should become.
So,
Simple logic of love.
so sacrifice.
Yes. We call it sacrifice, but is there really sacrifice? No. A mother is not aware that she has sacrificed so much for her child. Other people say, oh, she is such a sacrificing woman. Quelle suggestion?
But I think the love of the mother only doesn't stop with mother as you and mother. My father had a stroke 2.5 years ago. His right side of body got paralyzed. And he's such a jolly good fellow. When he hardly could speak, his mouth was deformed and couldn't walk. And a social animal. Really, everybody loves him and his. So he was grounded in the house. For the past 2.5 years, the way she used to teach us how to write and how to hold a pen, she has been spending time with my father, who is 15 years older than her, teaching him again how to write and how to say I love you and how to stand up on his feet and walk away. So I think the element of sacrifice goes not on a mother-son basis.
No.
And I'm not trying to glorify my mother here, don't take me wrong. But she's setting such a high standard here.
Ali,
Yes.
love is love. When it is directed towards a child, we call it motherly love. When the child loves, it is called filial love. Between husband and wife, it is called
I'm not married yet, sir.
No, but you will know it. So, paternal love, filial love, motherly love, paternal love. It's all part of the same thing, like the glass which resonates through. They are capable of love. As Babuji said, woman is love. And they have the heart which can take them like that in spirituality to the world. He said like that. But the problem is they waste all that love here on their men, on their children, on their... They are earthbound. They can't let go.
Do children owe their parents?
Children love.
No. We love, but from a philosophical and spiritual point of view, I feel personally, I'm indebted to them for the love they've given me. Is that a right feeling or is that a burden?
Well,
Because sometimes I think...
it is good to recognize that you are indebted, but it comes only from love. You don't have a nurse who looks after you in the hospital and nurses you back to health. Your mother may do the same thing, but it's different. One is natural, the other is service, paid for. So wherever service is paid for, we don't